Hi everyone, and welcome back to episode 6 of SevTech Ages. I'm Mark, and I am down in our little subterranean base. And as you can see, I have upgraded a bunch of our storage. And I realized after I finished recording last time and doing the edits on the video that I made the 2 chests that we were making, that we got all that dark oak for, but I never actually showed you what they look like. So this is the sort of standard primal chest, and you can see it's only got 9 slots, which is less than the basic chest we were using before. But the upgraded chest, the advanced primal chest, adds 5 more slots, so 14 total, which is actually an upgrade. So I have gone around and I have upgraded all our storage to the advanced chests, and they are, of course, almost completely full of stuff. And so that's what I did down here. I did a couple other things, like I made a second water barrel, and I've gone around and added, I've upgraded a lot of our torches to these totem torches because we are just really dark in here all the time. The basic torch only has like a 3 wide light area, whereas these are pretty nice. So, and I also did a little mining down here. I was doing some work with stone and I wanted more, and I found that our cave is basically sitting on top of a giant cave. So, you know, in the future this is probably going to be a reasonable place to go explore. Right now, as you can see, there are no ores showing up or anything like that, and that's part of the staged SevTech sort of technology reveal. You can't see ores until you can use them. So, you know, I'm digging out some stone here. We have limestone, and I think that's marble. But really, I've just been getting stone here because outside I've been doing some work on our general area around the base. We made the TP last time, and as you can see, I've cleared a bunch of grass, and I've started to fence in sort of a big working area that we can use without too much concern for mobs. It's not finished. I have lit and fenced this side pretty well, and if we look over at our sort of riverfront, this is all fenced, but it does just drop down and sort of trail off in the water, which is imperfect, but for the most part it works. Over on this side, I'm not quite done yet, but I've made good progress, and I'm going to start doing some paths around the area. Here's our other side, and I haven't cleared the grass over here either. So that's about where the fence ends. And I have been cutting down trees and moving them outside the fence. I'm not sure if I'm going to run this all the way out or if I'm going to curve it back. I think I'm going to curve it back around like here and then run it down the same way I did on the other side and just run it down and out into the water. That gives us plenty of room, at least for our immediate needs. So, at the end of last time, we were also talking about automating some of our basic tasks. And I mentioned I was going to go ahead and make some of the items that we need to do that. And those items are the horse chopping block and the horse grindstone and the horse press. And I think I'm going to start with the horse chopping block today. And the way this works is you stick it on top of a block, and maybe you can see the ghostly sort of shadow of the area that it works in. It does show faintly when you hold it, and that's the chopping block that we can attach a horse to. So if we take a lead, and I ran down to our village and grabbed a couple horses, if we take a lead and grab this guy and bring him over and connect him up, he's, you know, not unhappy, I guess, but we can then put wood in here, and he'll start walking around the circle. And he will chop that into, eventually, planks. And wow, that actually upgrades our the amount we get too, which I didn't actually know. So that's fine. Unfortunately, we still need to sit here and feed in planks one at a time, which is less than ideal. So the next step is I want to automate this a bit. And we have some of the tools we need, I believe, to do this automation. So we have, I made some wooden hoppers, the tier 2 ones that we made before, and I've made some chests. And I think what we can do is, we can put that chest there. We can get our shovel and clear this dirt. And we should be able to connect that wooden hopper over to that. And the first phase of automation should be that we can put that there and he'll chop it. Yes. And it should just fall off. Yep, it does. And it ends up in the chest, which is perfect because the other half of this equation is, I'm sure you've guessed, feeding. I don't know if we can put that there or not. It looks like we can, actually. So let me see. Do I have any? Yeah, got some dirt. You do have to keep the area around this clear, and I'm not sure the exact limitations. It claims it needs a 7x7 area. But if I put this chest here, and then I get rid of this dirt, and I'm going to go ahead and whack that, because having the path does speed up the horse as it moves around. So now if I throw this in here, yeah, we have completely automated our wood chopping operation. And I suspect that we can even do this, throw some planks up there, and that is going to automate the creation of sticks for us. So the only thing that we haven't automated that we get out of wood is bark. And so far, the only way we have to make bark is with the flint blade, as far as I know. Is there any other way to get bark yet? Let's see. Nope. No, wait. Well, crafting tables, which we can't make yet. And the assembler, which I'm sure we can't make. And none of these we can make. So that's all we can do at the moment with the chopping block. Maybe there's something else. What else can we use you for? Oh, so we can chop all the wood, and there's a lot of different kinds of wood. We can chop slabs into thin slabs. That's interesting. Maybe that's only certain kinds of wood. It looks like standard wood, all we can do is chop it into, do what we're doing essentially. Oh no. How can we make slabs? The only way to make slabs though is the manual method. So that's not really that efficient. We don't have that much of a need for slabs anyhow. So the next thing I want to set up is a similar sort of automation. I thought I had another chest. Well, I guess I won't set up similar automation. But what I want to do is throw down the grindstone and go ahead and connect up our horse, because we do have two, to that. And I may as well get rid of this. I was trying to see if we could attach leads to the cobblestone wall, but apparently we can't. Come on. Still with me? Yeah, I'm putting you to work. Oops. Were you too far away? There we go. So this we can do. Oops, we can throw our grain in, and he should grind down our grain. And I'm going to sleep quickly just so we don't get unexpected visitors. Our teepee is nicely positioned to give us a perfect view of the setting sun. Alright, it looks like you're doing something? Maybe? You're not doing anything yet. Yeah, it did. It just made ground wheat. Yep, there we go. So I need to make the... I need to make a couple more chests and another hopper. So let me go do that so we can finish off this little project, because I want to get those running and, you know, get some of that stuff going in the background while we do other things. I will grab some stuff from our farm, and I think I'm going to grab some cotton only because we're probably going to need some more string soon. The hoppers require, what's it called? They require the cobwebs, which take a bunch of string to make. So let me go away and take care of some stuff, and I'll be back in a minute. I realize now why I didn't automate or make the parts to automate the rest of this, and that is because I'm actually out of wood. So I wanted to actually get that horse running so we could get some finished wood. So yeah, you pull out automatically. So that part is done at least. So all we need to do to keep this running is to fill it with whatever we want to grind. And how are you doing, dude? You are making a lot of wood for us. So I'm going to grab a half a stack of you. And this... You know, this is not going to be super fast by any means, but at least we don't have to do it all manually. So, grindstone. What can I use? I can make stuff I don't know about. A lot of stuff I don't know about. Oh, I can grind bark to resin. That's good to know. I can make sugar. Yeah, I can grind bark to resin, make sugar, make all the dyes from the flowers. Oh, I bet I can do charcoal. Yeah, I bet this is part of the charcoal process. Because if we look at our advancements, one of the next advancements we need to do is the flame grilled whopper, and we need the red cedar planks, which we get from Totemic. We need the charcoal dust, which we get from the mill stone. How do we make charcoal? So we make charcoal by grinding low-grade charcoal, which we know how to make. So let's go ahead and get started on that, because that's kind of our next thing to do. And I believe the flame grilled whopper actually lets us automate some smelting operations. So we should have a ton of wood down here. Let me just make some charcoal. This is pretty quick, I think. Yeah. I'll just make a couple. I'm not going to make a ton, since we only need it for testing purposes. I'll just stick a couple more in here. Oops. Just to be ready in case we need some. Let's go stick you on our grindstone. You must be a much slower horse. I will actually have to look at how you view horse stats, because I don't actually know. You're pretty quick. Or so it seems. I don't know. I'll have to look at how to view horse stats. Sure, you're really slow. I mean, just compare the speeds that they're going around. Maybe the grindstone is harder work. You haven't even made one charcoal yet? Yeah, there we go. Alright, there we have some charcoal. So, can we get charcoal dust from this now? We can do charcoal pieces. That also gives us charcoal pieces. Well, that's the reverse of what we want. How do we make this again? We take charcoal and we need to make the millstone, which is going to take some stone and another grindstone, which we actually have. So we need a bunch of stone, basically. So let me go ahead and do some mining and get some materials for this, and I'll be back when I have them. Alright, we have everything we need to make the millstone, but we're going to quickly hit a dead end here, as I just discovered. So we put that in the middle. We need a slab too, and the slab goes on top. Like so. We make this. Get our millstone, but in order to use the millstone, we need a hand crank. And the hand crank, we require some sticks, some cobblestone, no problem, but we need this wooden gear. The wooden gear needs a cedar plank, and it needs a buffalo tooth. And both of these are items that we can only get from Totemic. So we need to delve into some Totemic. And I have never used this mod before. Let's actually do that. There is a book for this that I think we can make. Totemipedia. And all we need is a sapling and some plant cloth. And some plant cloth, I believe, is just a 3x3 of twine, which we can certainly do. So let's go ahead and get started by making our plant cloth. Alright, there's some plant cloth, and we need, oh, I have a sapling in my inventory? No, I don't. I was cutting down a lot of trees, but not enough apparently. So if we do that, there we go. There we have our Totemic mod. And I think one of the first things we're going to end up doing here is making some instruments. So, melody is a magic power released from instruments that have been played. Each instrument has a melody threshold, meaning that only a certain amount of melody can be released from one instrument for a specific effect. Maybe in the future, melody will have functions with other things in the world. The red cedar tree is a tree that naturally has capabilities for totemic purposes. It can be obtained by infusing mundane saplings with musical energy in the rite of spring ceremony. Red cedar wood has the same properties and crafting applications as standard wood. In addition, a bark stripper is able to remove its bark to make more efficient uses of its resources. Finally, it can be used to craft certain instruments like the wind chimes or jingling dress. Okay. The mighty buffalo, an animal which is known across the lands for all the resources it can grant. They are incredibly sturdy and have a very large amount of health. Hunting has left them nearly extinct, but they can still be created with the buffalo dance ceremony. So we need to do some ceremonies to create some animals. And there are totem poles. So we need a whittling knife to make totem poles, which do stuff. And so we need a pole and a base. Let's go ahead and look at ceremonies, since that's what we need first. Yeah, it looks like a totem base is the first thing we're going to have to make. So let me go ahead and see if we can make that. I have no idea what that requires. A totem base. No? How about a whittling knife? Flake flint and a stick. That we can do, I think. All right, let's clear our flake flint and a stick. And I think it was that and that. Maybe not. Did I look at that incorrectly? Flake flint and a stick. Or is that a point? Did I pick up points? I did. Maybe we have some regular flake flint around. I don't actually know. We're kind of past flint at this point. Or I thought we were. There's some flake flint. Alright. Throw that in there. That gives us our knife. Does that tell us how to make a totem base? No? Does our book tell us how to make a totem base? Okay. Totem pole needs a totem base and can be... so the recipes in here are inaccurate. Let's see. How would I go about carving a totem base? I bet if I take some wood... Oh, right click. Is this a totem base? Who knows? Let's find out. Oh, if I break it, it's gone. Oh well. I suspect that that is what we need to do, because that looks vaguely like a totem base of some kind. So let's go ahead and go up here somewhere and see if we can make a totem base. And I know we need musical instruments for this too, so let's do it by these nice trees. So we right click, and is that our totem base? Do we get anything out of this? Craft the rattle, flute, and drum needed for totemic ceremonies. Oh, this advancement will give you a totempedia. Alright. So we need to make the flute. There's a flute, which is a bunch of sugar cane and some grass. So let's find some grass with our shears. And let's see what else we're going to need here. We're going to need a rattle, I think. There's a rattle, which is bells. Oh, a bunch of bone and sugar cane. We have a bunch of sugar cane, so we're partially prepared for this. Where's the drum? There's the drum. So that's just 6 wood plus a hide, all of which we have. So I think we can make most of this. Most. My inventory is getting jammed, so 6 wood, 1 hide. Alright, there's our drum. There's our grass, which I believe it was like that, and then we're going to need a bunch of sugar cane. There is our flute, and the last thing we needed was the rattle? Yeah. So a stick and sugar cane, so we need 3 bones. Let's see if my faulty memory can remember how to do this. Apparently not. Exactly the wrong way, it looks like. So, is that it? There we go. So we take our rattles, we put them there, and we grab a stick. And we put the stick there. And there is our advancement, and we have another Totempedia, which we don't really need, so I'm going to pitch this one into the waste of hell down below us. And let's see what else we have unlocked here. So we have buffalo hide, we have saddles. I suspect buffalo hide is we're going to have to do a totemic ceremony. So the buffalo dance is probably Oh. Buffalo dance ceremony is able to give strength to nearby cows and turn them into buffalo. Although a weaker kind than those that were once native. Okay. So we need the totemist drum, and we need the wind chime, which we don't have yet. So let's see if we can make a wind chime. Hopefully this is not too hard. Stick strings, flint, bone, and sugar cane. So we can do this. So the sugar cane goes there. My inventory is completely full as usual. Where did that string go? We need some sticks across the top. I'm going to dump some of this stuff away. We need 1 flint. And I believe it was a bone. Oh, cool. Let me go sleep. Okay, so we don't have any cows nearby. So I think we're probably going to have to bring a cow over before we can do this ceremony. From what little I know of this mod, we're going to have our instruments in a convenient arrangement here. That's not going to work. Let me build something really ugly to hang this off of. Yeah. Because I think the methodology here is we start the ceremony by hitting a specific sequence of... can't do that. We hit a specific sequence of tones or instruments to start the ritual. And then once it's started, we can... There was actually darkness up there, so let's do that. Once it's started, we make a bunch of noise, and the more noise we make, the faster the ritual goes. And we have to kind of beat a timer. So let me grab you. if I put you here, don't have any way to... I would like to put you down. All right. So let me look one more time at our totemic ritual, which is drum, wind chime. So, okay, now we have to make... You can see the top and bottom. We're in a race against the bottom. And we're going to fail. We failed. Because I think the last thing we need to make noise is the totem dress. Yeah. We need the jingle dress, which has a bunch of the iron bells and string. And you wear it, and when you jump, you make yet more noise. So that is going to be our last piece to finish this ritual. So let me see about making that and give this one more shot. I'll be back in a minute. Okay, one more time here. And I think we can... Moving around seems to activate the jingle dress, which I did finish making. Oh, come on. Really? My cow keeps running away too. That doesn't help. Where did you go? All right, let me get a little more organized with our ceremony here and see if I can figure out any other elements that I need to actually do this. And let's try it again next time. I think this episode has probably gone on long enough, and I'm kind of just flailing about at this point. So thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed our short bit of progress. We did get some automation in. I will probably go ahead and make the rest of the bits we need to fully automate our grindstone. And I may actually automate the press. I also made one of those, which basically does turns charcoal into blocks of charcoal. I guess it's just a refining process. Anyhow, I hope you had fun today, and I hope you enjoyed it. I'll see you next time. Have a great day.